Okay, hello guys. Welcome to my first video. I just recorded one, realized I did it wrong, so we're here to do this again. You hear me chewing just some candy. It's hilarious. So, will, solace, plague, curse, thingy, bob, I don't know, ideas. I absolutely despise this first paragraph. So you get to watch me suffer. This is actually the worst first paragraph you could start with a story with, but I'm going to read it. I'm going to plug my own ears. Will was having a nightmare on Michael's death. The war with Kronos had not been kind. Will remembered. When he found Michael laying there dead, he ran up to him. Realizing he was gone, Will started crying. A new power came from that pain. Plague. Green and purple smoke came out of Will's fingertips. Anyone it touched died. Will heard Lee's voice. Wiped his tears. The smoke fading, but it didn't fade in time. Lee died that day. Lee, not he. Lee died that day. When others saw Will, a 11-year-old boy sitting on a field of dead bodies, they ran. Percy was first to arrive. Will sat up. Holy Hera, he thought. The reoccurring nightmares were common for demigods. But for Will, this one was a reoccurring one. Will got up and walked out of the cabin. Will walked into the woods. When he reached the camp borders, he started crying, the smoke filling the air around him. He heard the leaves getting crushed. He wiped his tears, and the smoke started fading. He hoped to disappear. Then a person appeared in Will's vision. Kayla? Will asked. Yes. What are you doing here? She asked. I don't know. Why are you here? Will lied. I followed you here, genius, Kayla said. You saw everything? Will asked. Yes, but it's not a bad power, Kayla assured. But it kills, Will said. That's good on the battlefield. Plus, you couldn't have accidentally killed that many. Kayla said, I have a wide range, as you saw. I believe when I found out I can't say it, killed 24 people. Some were fighting for us, Will said as he looked down. It wasn't your fault. You didn't know that would happen, Kayla said. Maybe so, but it still doesn't give me the right to kill Lee Fletcher, Will said as he ran away. Smoke started to form around him. It's from his hands. He could learn to control it, Kayla thought as she walked away. At breakfast, Kayla sat next to Will. So, Will, what? Kayla said, but got hot off. Not here, Will said, clenching his fist. Austin looked over. What did you say? He asked. Nothing, Will replied, instantly. Austin slowly turned back to his food. Will glared at her. Will was at the infirmary. Like always, Focus, he told himself, but his mind kept wandering. So he walked outside to get some fresh air. My siblings can handle it. There's only one person in there anyways, Will thought to himself. He sat on the steps in front of the infirmary. When he looked up, he saw Llewellyn running towards the infirmary with the disc thing in hand. You read the hint, Oracle, you know. Disc thing in hand. Llewellyn, what are you holding? Will asked. A disc. It was sent from the 7, she responded. Come, Will said, walking into the infirmary. When Austin and Will walked up to them, they got in. Hale and Austin walked up to them. What's the disc for? Kayla asked. Message from the 7, Llewellyn said, turning on the disc. They watched Leah's message. Oh, gods, Austin said after watching. War? Another war? Will said. Another? You mean there was one before? Will asked. I suppose you're newer to this. The old great prophecy was about a war. Before that, we had Before that war, we had 2 other cabin mates. Well stated. Wait a minute. I've heard of the wars, the cabins, and the loss. But the fighters passed, not the healers, Llewellyn questioned. They were fighting. We were badly outnumbered, so I was at the tent. The only one. There, Will said, his smile fading. Kayla shot Will a, "You good, Look?" He glared back. So, with this upcoming war with Gaia, what are we going to do? Austin asked. Tents, go to the field and hope, Will said at hesitation. That next morning, Will got up earlier than normal, but it wasn't an accident this time. He was going to try and practice that power. Will walked to the edge of the border. He knew how to accidentally use it, but not purposefully. Will thought for a moment and relaxed. Smoke coming out of his hands. Green and purple, he thought, then tried to separate the colors. It didn't work. He tried again and again and again. He kicked a rock in anger. And then another color came from that anger. Crap, he thought. Then wiped the smoke. Thinking about the sun. 5:52 a.m., he thought, and started walking back. I'm not the one who thinks the children of Apollo can, tell the time by looking at the sun. He got back at 5:59 and just sat on the steps of the Apollo cabin. Kayla came out 6 minutes later. Austin was late to follow. Very late, of course. So they walked to the infirmary. Will was very focused on learning more, so a war wouldn't affect as many people. Well, it's breakfast. Are you coming? Well, Kayla asked. No, I'm going to stay here, Will said. You know, yeah, you should never skip a meal, Kayla insisted. Sure, but practice is more important, Will insisted. You don't need to heal to choose your powers, Kayla said. I can't control them. I'm not taking that chance, Will stated. Then practice. Hold on. Then practice, Kayla insisted. I did. I woke up at 4:03, Will explained. They're just harder to control now, Will thought. Train with the others, Kayla said. No, I'll probably get kicked out of the infirmary, Will stated. You won't. There were probably others like you. Let's just go to breakfast, Kayla insisted. No, I'm going to practice healing, Will said. Come or I'm telling Chiron, Kayla said, sounding desperate. Fine, Will exclaimed. Good, she said. He can be annoying sometimes, she thought. Will did not want to be there, but it was better than getting his secrets spilled. You seem quiet, Austin noted and kept eating his pancakes. Will shot Kayla a glare. Her smirk was an answer that Will didn't like. Back at the infirmary, the best place at camp, Will thought, putting stuff in the cabinets. Then Kayla came in. OCD much? She asked. No, just stressed. It's a war, and we're the healers, Will stated. You don't have to be one, and you know that, Kayla acknowledged. What do you know about me? You don't have that power, Will whispered. End of the Battle of Olympus, aka the Blood of Olympus. I just want to see Solangelo. Will sat. Nico sat at a bed in the infirmary. Why did I agree to 3 days? Nico thought, looking up at the blonde healer. So, D'Angelo, I'm gonna need to check for injuries. Well stated. Don't you have more important patients to help than me? Nico growled, clearly mad. No, the rest are gone, Will confessed, balling his fist, not wanting to let his powers out. Oh, I thought there'd be more injured than dead, Nico replied. Easy for you to say, son of the dead, Will argued. But you're the son of the sun, Nico snapped. Wow, chill out, Death Boy, Will stated sarcastically. Fine, Nico muttered. Good, I'm going to check for injuries now, Will stated, then pulled up Nico's sleeve. What's this? Will exclaimed. Oh, the lichen, Nico revealed, bluntly. The lichen as in the werewolves? Will asked. Nico nodded. So that, my friend, is one of my 6 stories I've written. It's not done. I'll continue to do updates occasionally whenever I have enough. So hopefully you'd like this. If you've made it this far, do whatever you want with this video. I think if you like it, if you like the video, you like the video. You don't, well, I'm sorry my content wasn't appealing to you. Bye.